Hey, what's going on, folks? So today, the topic I want to talk about is modern day woman looking for what I call a unicorn man. Now, what's a unicorn man? A unicorn man is, if you want to know what a unicorn man is, ask a modern day woman to show you her list of what her ideal man would look like, and there you will find what I call a unicorn man. And preferably, most of them would want a man making a lot of money, a man who's tall, and a guy that after a few days would get on one knees and propose, a guy who's a traditional male, and a man's man. They always say they want a man, and really, realistically, modern women cannot handle a man, because a man is an alpha male. He's an alpha male, and an alpha male is you have to get on my program. He would not get on yours, right? An alpha male, you have to cook, you have to clean, be a mother, do all those stuff, because if he's traditional, then he expects you to be traditional. And that's where the wheel come off the wagon for a lot of modern day women. And that's why I say the guy you're looking for, a unicorn man, he doesn't exist. He's not real. He's fictitious, right? He only exists on the list of modern day women, what they view as, the perfect man. Now, everybody, you can wish and you can fantasize for what he is, but the bottom line thing is they don't understand that, no matter even if that man appear in their life, they're going to be a problem. They're going to find some issues. They're going to have some flaws. They're going to look at every problem that he doesn't have, because, you know, the kind of guy you're looking for is a guy that's like a beta male but an alpha male at the same time. And in the real world, those two they're not the same sentence. An alpha male and a beta male are not it's the same guys. And if you look at some of these women that date guys who are beta males, right? These beta male guys are the guys that, you know, they pretty much have on a leash. And basically, you only can speak when they tell him to speak. And then when they go to a family gathering or they're around friends, one of the things they do, they want him to speak up and become a man. They want to show off to their families and their friend that they got a man. So he has to play that role of being a man. But when they're not in front of people, there's a certain line that he can't cross, right? He has to stay beyond that line of giving her the ultimate respect, treating her like she's royalty, but not try to be too much of a man where you're stepping over that boundary where they have to check you and put you in your place. And that's something you will never have with an alpha male, right? And guys who are making a lot of money, they don't date older women. They don't date women who are successful. They will date a waitress, a young girl in her 20s that he can mold, because he doesn't want to come home to the arguing, the fighting, and the headbutting on a woman who's very combative, right? A lot of modern women are like that. Yeah, and when you talk about women and you try to check them, then they get mad, they blow up, they get angry, they get highly argumentative, and they want to argue and fight. And most modern women don't believe in cooking, they don't believe in cleaning the house, or they don't believe in doing anything for a man, right? They expect men are supposed to do for them, and they don't do anything. And and a lot of these women are very selfish in regards to that, right? So when you're talking about a unicorn man is a guy that it appears in modern women's fantasies. A guy will do everything and everything and will not want anything back in return. And as we know, that doesn't exist, because what a lot of modern women think that by them just showing up and offer you sex and companionship, that's good enough. And for the average guy who's or the high paying guys who making a lot of money, that's not good enough, because they can have sex from just about everybody, because they have what a lot of women want, and that's money. Money make a man attractive along with confidence. So you're looking for something that you're not going to get from modern men. And a lot of these women believe so much in their list that they will die single. They believe so much in that unicorn man that they will die single, because they realize in the real world, man like that doesn't exist, right? Those guys exist in chick flicks, they exist in Disney movies, but they doesn't exist in real life. And the sad part about it is a lot of these women will die believing in that list, that this guy is supposed to have all of the attributes that they consider, the perfect guy. A guy who's tall, a guy who's handsome, and he makes a lot of money. He treats a woman like gold, treats her like she's royalty, put her on a pedestal, and after a few days, marry her and buy the big house and move her in, and she doesn't have to do anything. He would get a maid to go do the cooking, cleaning, and also help with the kids, and all she got to do is like live like a trophy wife that doesn't do anything. And as we know in this day and age, that doesn't exist. And with the fact that there's so many women that are not, joined the feminist movement, it makes them hard to even find that guy if that guy doesn't exist, because in their eyes, like they always say, no good man exists. Now, if there's no good man exists, why are you writing a list, right? Why are you writing a list if you don't believe no man exists, right? Because I guess in their list they can write whatever they want, and they choose to, but the bottom line is a lot of them stick to that list until they're starting to get older and they realize that he's not coming. They realize that this guy is not showing up, and what they do now, they start to cut stuff off their list. They start to X stuff off because they know it's unrealistic. And by the time they bring it to about 5 or 10, they're in their 50s or late 40s, and it's pretty much game over at that point, right? So the unicorn man is a man that doesn't exist. He only exists in the mind and the hearts and the list of modern day women. A guy that does so many things and have so many great things, who wants nothing back in return. And he can be a man when he wanted to be a man, and he can shut up and go stand in the corner. He has to be a good lover. He has to be a good provider. He has to be a guy that treats her with utmost respect, and a guy that doesn't want nothing back in return, but just there to serve her. And when you look at it, that's a servant. You know what I mean? And she's even going to get tired of a servant, because the truth of the matter is modern women, they want an alpha male, but the problem is they don't know how to accommodate the alpha male. They don't know how to deal with an alpha male, because you're dealing with a guy that has his shit together, and a guy that will check you when you step on a line, and a guy that you will never walk over. You never treat this guy like a map, because the alpha male is my way or the highway. And because the feminist movement has cheated so many women not to take shit from a man, then they play that role of, I'm not going to take this from you, but yet you want a man with a backbone. And you have to understand this world. In regards to man, you will never get everything that you want. And the problem with all of this too is that, you know, a lot of women can get the guy that they want, right, to a certain extent. But the problem is, woman wants man to come with everything. He has to come fully loaded. He has to have everything and have his shit together, and he should just come and just kind of complement her life and take it where it wants to go. And the problem is, there's not no giving in that equation. And the problem they fail to realize is, a man that has his shit together and comes fully loaded is a different kind of dude. He moves a different kind of way, and he's not there to complement your life and not his. The guy who has his shit together, you have to compliment him. Because if you notice, most of these powerful guys who are rich, they're mostly with young, attractive women. Most of these women have money and doing well. Most of these women are women in their 30s and up to 30s and 40s that are doing financially well. And most of the guys who have money and status, these guys, if they're single, they're looking for young 20-something girls. These men are looking for women that they can mold into who they want them to be. They want to be that woman to be, what you call them, a woman that, there's a certain name for it. I can't think of that name off the top of my head, but a woman, a young woman that can have kids, a woman who's going to cook, clean, hold the house down, a woman who's going to be a woman that he can come home to and don't have to come home to arguing and fighting, a woman who's just there to basically be a helpmate. That's the word, a helpmate. Not somebody to make his life miserable, and a woman who's feminine, because alpha male are attracted to feminine women, because there's something about a feminine woman that a alpha male like. The problem is modern women today are masculine. They're not feminine, and that's why most of these women don't have a man, because they're very masculine. Their energy, the way they carry themselves, what they say, and how they behave with such aggression. And when you agree, you move and you act with a lot of aggression, that's a masculine trait, and that's what a lot of these women have, that masculine trait. They want to fight, they want to make a point, they want to make a stand, and they want to fight for their full feminist belief, which is a problem. A woman who's feminine doesn't feel like she have to fight. right? She knows her place and she knows how to carry herself. And a masculine man have that kind of respect and love for a woman who's very feminine, because that for him, he can come home to a woman who's feminine, and that's what most masculine men look for. So again, for modern women who are looking for a unicorn man, he doesn't exist. He's probably in your on your list or in your fantasies, in your dream, but in this day and age, he doesn't exist, right? So that's my topic. I want to talk about the unicorn man. And like I said, if you have any comments whatsoever, leave them in the comment section below. And man, there's a lot of construction going on here, a lot of banging in the background going on. That's the joys of working from home. But then again, folks, like I said, I'm going to be doing more videos. Stay tuned for my next videos. And until next time, then, I'll see you around.